Okay, awesome. Hi guys, here I am with a big update. Apologies in advance for this video being unedited. I don't really have the time to like edit it thoroughly, but the big update is in about a week and a half, I am moving across the country to LA, and I am really excited and also really nervous because it's a huge jump for me, and it's gonna be, you know, my first time like really being that far away from family and from everything that I know. But you know, so many of my friends are there, so many of the opportunities are there, so it's about time to make that jump. So just letting you guys know though that I'm going through a big transition right now, so it's gonna affect maybe my upload schedule. I'm still gonna try to upload as much as I can because I have a bunch of stuff ready to go, thankfully, but just letting you know, like, it's gonna be pretty hectic for me until I officially settle in mid-July, and then by the end of July hopefully I'll be pretty up to speed in terms of projects and everything. But the big update that I want to give besides that is that I have officially started pre-production on the Hazbin hotel pilot. I know that it's been very up and down on like what projects I was working on and what I was doing and stuff, and a lot of that had to do with things that I can't really tell or talk about much right now, but I can say that the Hazbin pilot is really moving fast. It's already in almost the final version of script, and it has, I've started casting. I've started accepting auditions for casting, which are closed now, and I am listening to them over, and I'm hopefully going to be able to cast by the end of July. And as soon as casting is done, I aim to have the final script ready, and once the final script is ready and everything's casted, then I'll be able to start giving voice actors lines to officially record, and can start actually boarding and actually doing animatics and compiling everything. So it's going really fast, and I've saved up a lot of money over the years thanks to Patreon and thanks to commission work and just all around, like, all the income sources I've ever gotten. And I've saved enough in the bank to start off the budget, not like a huge budget, but like definitely a budget enough that I can hire people and I can, you know, work with people who I've always wanted to work with on this project. I already, like, I don't want to say who yet because you know, I want it to be a surprise, and I also want it to be okay. You know, I have to get permission and everything to speak on who's part of the project, but so far some amazing people have agreed to voice, some amazing people have agreed to do songs, and just it's gonna be incredible. I've never been more proud of anything in my entire life. I think it's going to really surprise a lot of you guys because it's very different from anything I've ever done. It's very different from anything I've ever released, and just it's very different from anything that I've ever done on my own, because this project has been such a collaborative effort. You know, it's been my baby, and it's been my project that I've been developing for years. Like, I know you guys have seen the characters around for years, and I've been slowly chipping away at it, almost like on the back burner of so many other projects for so long, and it's always been kind of the project that I'm like, man, I really want to do this one. This is where my heart is. So I'm so thankful that now it's the one that's moving into production. So I'm so excited for that. Like, I can't express how excited I am, and I'm so excited to actually have a project that I can show progress of on my Patreon. So if you guys at all want to help fund this project, and if you at all want to see what I'm working on, because it's a pretty hefty pilot. It's going to be, the aim for it is to be a full 22-minute first episode essentially of this series, which considering I have enough funds to, you know, hire people, it might go a little bit faster, but it's still going to take a long time. I want to say it's probably going to end up taking a year or more. So even though it's going pretty fast, I'm going to try and make it as fast as I can, but I also want to make the quality as good as I can. So but if you want to see updates, like regular updates about it, please consider supporting me on Patreon, because you will see it, and you will also still see all the same stuff that I promised, like speed draws and stuff. But what's nice is now I have like another thing that I can give on top of that. I can show progress of the Hazbin pilot as it's going. So that's really exciting. And on top of that, I have another project that I've also mentioned in past updates that's going a little bit slower because it's a much bigger project. It's much more of a professional, big budget thing that's going to eventually need a Kickstarter. And I know that in the past I was talking about this film called Allison, which was a Alice in Wonderland film about depression and loss. And that film, I don't know if I said it in the last update, but that film proved to be way too hard to write. This past year has been one of the darkest of my life. I haven't been very open about it, but it's some of the worst things and best things that ever happened to me happened in this past year. So while that was going on, I just was not able to write this film. It was too much. It was detrimental to think about and try to force myself to write this very dark film while I was already in a dark place. So I came up with a new idea that kind of celebrates where I am in my life right now, celebrates everything that I love in terms of film. It's definitely a homage to some of my favorite films of all time. And it's, I'm going with the working title of classic for it right now, and it's gonna be, I think Zoophobia fans will probably enjoy it because it's gonna be much more like the anthropomorphic characters, and it's gonna be a musical. And I already have the two main characters casted, which they are both Broadway professionals. So because of that, it amplifies the project. You know, they're very busy people. They're very you know, in demand people. So the fact that they're interested in this project is beyond humbling, and I still can't believe it. But you know, so that's very exciting. And my songwriter for that project has worked with Broadway performers many times. He's actually worked with one of the cast members, like he's recorded with her and everything. So the thing is, though, with that project, it's not going as fast because he's exceedingly busy. They're busy. Everyone with that project is very busy because it's much more professional. So so the reason I've been going so hard on the Hazbin pilot is because it's something I can do entirely on my own. You know, I reach out, I find online voice talent who have their own recording setup. I don't have to go to a studio and record them. I don't have to deal with the unionizing the project, and going through all these, you know, more studio-centric stuff. It can be much more freelance. It can be much more collaborative. So it's moving a lot faster, and it's more independent. I'm funding it myself and everything, so it's going to be, it's kind of a steady line. The Hazbin pilot is going to be like my steady line, and the other project is going to be like, okay, when he has a meeting, when he has availability, I'll jump into a meeting with him and we'll get some progress made on that. So it's kind of more of like a line going like doot doot doot. So they're both going, but one of them's just going a lot faster. So without a doubt, something is going to be out in a year or so, like one or the other. Because the other thing about the film project is we're aiming to just do the opening song of the film, so it's a lot shorter in comparison to the Hazbin pilot, which is why they're probably both going to end up being kind of neck and neck in terms of one's a lot bigger but it's shorter, and one's more independent but it's much longer. So it's gonna be pretty crazy. But all I can say is that I'm so excited for both projects. I can't even express to you guys how special they are. And they're both so different. One of them is, you know, gonna be a film that is, I want to reach like all ages. Hazbin is going to be a little bit more of an audience or an adult audience centric thing, which is also something that I'm doing kind of new. I don't know if you guys really would expect something like that from me. But it's how I've always been. I've always loved adult animated projects so much, and I've always wanted to make one myself. And so it's going to be really crazy, and it's going to be really, really fun, just based on the script that we have so far. It's outrageous. I think it's going to be really cool. Like I don't know. I don't want to hype it up too much because because I know that you guys have no idea what it's going to be, and I really hope that you end up liking it. I really hope so. But I mean, for me personally, I'm not even speaking for myself, just like the amazing feedback and the amazing ideas and passion and everything put in by the other people who I have on this project has just been elevating it to a level I never imagined it would reach. I never imagined, when I wanted to do my pilot, I never imagined it could be as good as we've ended up making it. So that's why I'm hyping it up, because I literally just, it's so much fun. So yes, look, that is my big update. My big update is I am officially working on a huge original animated project, and in the meantime I'm probably not gonna have as much time to do the song animations. I'm gonna have burnt out, and I'm gonna have the desire to do these little animation pencil tests most likely. I almost always do. So, and I want to practice my skills for the pilot as well. Like for some scenes in the pilot, I don't think I'm even at the level I can handle them, so I want to try and like hone my skills in the meantime as well. So if you do see pencil tests or anything that isn't the Hazbin pilot, it's probably just because I'm trying to get that out of my system and you know, get better so that the pilot is better. But I really don't want much to distract from it. There is one animated song that I was already working on, and I've been working on for a year, and the only reason that it's not done is because I literally keep shelving it to do other things. But I've been working on it for so long, I really want to just have it done. So that one is probably going to be the next thing that you guys see, because it's literally 40 seconds. It's only 40 seconds away from being done. So which sounds like not much, but that's a lot still, but it's at least nothing in comparison to the Hazbin stuff. So so you might be seeing that one next, and then after that I'm just entirely focused on Hazbin and classic. So yeah, sorry for that huge, incredibly rambly mess once again. I really wish I could make a more structured update video, but I really just don't have the time. Like, I'm doing something every single day, every single, like, for the past month, because I'm just trying to pack, I'm trying to get in appointments, I'm trying to tie up loose ends on my life's end, and also spend as much time as possible with my family and my friends. I've been going and doing fun things, and it's gonna be really hard to leave, but it's also where my life is heading, and I can't imagine a better time to be moving than where this Hazbin pilot is, because I'm gonna be moving and starting on my first huge project on my own, and it's gonna be the perfect thing for me in my life, and I think it's gonna be the perfect start to a new adventure. And I just can't thank you guys enough for watching my videos, supporting me, and I really hope that you guys like what I end up doing, either project, because a lot of love, genuine love and passion is put into them. And I know that a lot of you guys are still really disappointed that I ended Zoophobia, but I promise you, these projects are gonna make up for it. I can't even, I love Zoophobia, I really do. It's always going to be in my heart. It's always going to be my, like, you know, first project, and it's always going to be something that I want to go back to, and I will go back to one day. But I can guarantee you that the Hazbin Hotel series is much higher quality than the comic that I was working on. Like, you know, the comic might ultimately be better quality someday in the future when I go back to it, but like as of right now, what that comic was compared to what this pilot is going to be is a completely different world. So I you know, I can't express to you guys enough how much, like, better it's gonna be, because it has so many other people making it good, and it has so many other talent, and it has amazing voices and amazing comedic people involved. So I just can't, I don't know, I'm so excited. I've been really wanting to give this update for a while, but I wanted to do it once things were kind of set in stone. Like, it was like, all right, we have the script, we have started casting, like, because it's such a big jump, and there's so many people involved that I'm so excited to share it with you guys, and I'm so excited to just see it be made, because this is the series that I've been wanting to do for years, and it's the one that I have the most faith in right now, and I'm so ready to do it. So I'm so excited. And again, if you guys want to see updates more regularly, because I really want to try and keep this one under wraps. I want to try to limit what I post of it, you know, still post speed draws and stuff of the characters, but in terms of the actual scenes and the content, I'm going to try and keep it pretty under locks, because I want it to be a big epic surprise when it releases. I want to release just the entire thing. I'm not going to release like the animatic verse, but if you do want to see those things, the more like actual steps of it, then do consider pledging to my Patreon, because I will be giving those updates there. And until then, if you don't want to do that and you just want to wait it out, then just stay tuned and get excited, because it's a while away, because I got to make it, but it's happening, and I'm so excited to share it. So thank you guys so much, and yeah, have a good day or night, whatever.